Suktam number 140.6. Bhushan Nayodhi. This shining Agni bows down to reddish brown grass or wood as though adorning them with a cloth. Like a bull among cows, the fire moves about in the woods, making a hissing noise. Gaining strength on his own, Agni, the fire, exhibits his shining body. He is unconquerable and is as mighty as a lion. In his way, his pointed flames advance in the woods. 140.7. Sasamstiro Vishtira. After becoming uncovered, the fire accepts the fuel offered and becomes larger all the time, knowing its origin. His flames sleep daily and growing again become a source of light and power. With the protectors he takes on a different form. This Agni could be a sacrificial fire or a kitchen fire. 140.8. Tamagruva Keshini. Hair-like flames engulf Agni, on whose coming the flames shoot up again. The near-dead flames are sleeping embers, leaving off their decadent nature, start to make sound. Then they go about emitting light as though imparting life, imparting energy for sustaining life to all living creatures on the earth. Soul of Agni is being thought of as a source of energy, and fire with flames on its periphery is only one of the forms of Agni. Sleeping embers is the source of flames of a fire. One form of Agni only provides energy to living creatures for sustaining their life by keeping their hearts beat all the time. 140.9. Adhivasam Parimadu. This fire Agni, burning up all things, plants, etc., covering the Mother Earth and overpowering all, moves about everywhere quickly, making a loud noise along with frightened creatures. Burning in this way all the time, Agni follows a path darkened by the smoke above. He supplies food to creatures moving on foot. This is on the all-conquering forest fire of the famous Kalagni, the destroyer of all born beings. Asmagamagne. 140.10. O shower of happiness, liberal donor Agni Atma, please shine brightly in our sacrifice. Then, breathing fire, may you keep away all undesirable characters from us as though with an armor, and ward off all miseries. May you shine well, nourishing and strengthening us as mothers their infants. 140.11. Idam Agni Sudhitam. O spiritual Agni, may my mind, which is unperturbed from troubling thoughts and is in joy, be close and loving to you. You shine with pure radiance. With that pleasure, please distribute all kinds of wealth and the best jewels among us. Best jewel generally implies knowledge. Agni is supposed to be a giver of knowledge, which means that Agni stands for the soul of energy. 140.12. Rathaya Navamuta. O soul of Agni, please provide a steamer well equipped with oars, wheels, etc., for the heroes and us, the other inhabitants of this house, namely the earth. May that take our heroes, wealthy friends, and other people and us across the sea of miseries caused by ignorance. May that steamer bring us all prosperity and happiness. May Agni Atma give a vehicle to the sacrificers to take them across the ocean of miseries, thereby bringing prosperity to them. 140.13. Abhino Agna. The way, the space, the earth, the oceans, the rivers, and the dawns are engaged in their ordained work all the time. In the same way, may you bless us with desirable articles, food items like grains, milk, etc. May you encourage our auspicious hymns. We take up the next suktam from sage Dirghatamas. It's again on Agni, and Chandas is Jagati and Trushtu. Suktam 141, 141.1. Belitha Tat Babushe. Soul of Agni, which was hidden before, came into being from mechanical power. Pure radiance of that resplendent Agni is present in the bodies of all human beings. The same Agni activates human minds also. Words of eternal Satya, or truth, emanating from him, lead men to their final goal. Agni, soul of energy, is talked about here. Mechanical energy can be converted to Agni, the fire. Jataragni is present in human bodies. Agni only activates human minds. Spiritual Agni leads men to truth. Pruksho Vapu 141.2. This eternal Agni Atma firstly exists in the body of human beings, nourishing and protecting it. Secondly, Agni is present among the 7 auspicious streams which are like mothers to mankind. The third form of Agni is the showerer of rain, the sun, who is desirous of granting happiness to all. This hymn generates the Agni who pervades the universe in all 10 directions. Agni provides kinetic energy for flowing streams. This sukta praises the Agni who pervades the universe in his diverse forms. The flowing stream, 7 streams, may imply 5 jnanendriyas, the mind and ahambhava. Niryadim Bhutnan 141.3. The form of Agni which the sacrificers possessing wisdom brought from the vast space, and the one which the winds stir up with the delicious water particles with their strength in the atmosphere, from the beginning of creation. That Agni we shall realize within the cave of our hearts. Spiritual Agni, who is present as the sun in the space and heat in the atmosphere in the water particles. The same Agni is also present in the cave of human heart. 141.4. Pra Yat Pitu. One form of Agni was brought from the Supreme Protector. The other, desirous of eating and satisfying his hunger, ascends the herbs and plants at his home. Both of them infuse energy from their very birth. Agni Atma, possessing pure luster, becomes very young and strong all the time. Spiritual form of Agni stays with the Supreme Protector. His gross form appears in herbs and plants as fire. Gross fire is young and strong. 1.141.5 Adinmatru Ravishadyashva. The same Agni moves away from his mothers. The pure and harmless luster of Agni was strengthened beautifully by the food available on the vast earth. Agni causes himself to take up an active form from his earlier form, spreading in all directions and consuming ever new food supplied to him in the form of herbs and plants. The passive and active forms of Agni are being talked about here. 141.6 Adithodaram. Later, learned men invoked that shining Agni, acceptor of oblations in their day-to-day sacrifices. The oblation-giving sacrificer propitiates Agni as the bestower of all kinds of wealth, invoked by many, taking the form of the sacrificial fire. Agni, the preserver of all living beings, works for sustaining not only learned men, but also ordinary men and auspicious Vedic hymns. Men invoke different forms of Agni for gaining their desired objectives. Agni supports all kinds of human activities. Learned men made use of fire for sacrificial purposes later. 141.7 Viyadasthayajato. Invoked by many, this Agni, assisted by the wind, winds about the dry wood unrestrained like a serpent, burning off everything in the path of Agni of pure birth, the atmosphere all round, and all objects in there get blackened or are turned black. 141.8 Rathonayada Shikvavi. The sacrificial fire blazes in his place like a chariot tied down by a rope. He illuminates the sky with his limp-like flames. The paths of the very same Agni become black on account of smoke and burnt objects. Birds fly away in fear from his brilliant flames, like unrighteous men try to escape from a righteous hero. The same fire becomes forest fire, whose path becomes blackened from the smoke emanating from the burning objects in the forest. Toya hi Agni, O spiritual Agni, only through your liberal donors, Varuna, Mitra, the enforcer of eternal laws, and Atyama, destroy darkness of ignorance. By the will of the Creator, you are born with eye-like flames on all sides. You are omnipresent, encompassing the whole universe like a rim of a wheel encompassing its spokes. Other shining beings have no energy of their own. They shine on account of energy supplied by Agni, who pervades the whole universe. Tvamagne Shashamanaya 141.10. O ever young, powerful, spiritual Agni, For the welfare of a righteous sacrificer, you infuse strength for attaining the best jewel and the Creator. O mighty best jewel, youthful Agni, we glorify you who is always new, and we meditate on you. Here best jewel stands for self-knowledge, and Creator is the Self. 141.11. Asmerayimna, the soul of Agni, brings us close to the dexterous, energetic, and prosperous man of self-control, and to that wealth which is sustaining and beneficial. This enlightened and wise Agni, in both his births, controls as though by his rays the invocations of all enlightened persons. Agni leads people to truth and to men who have realized the Self or Atma. Both subtle and gross forms of Agni are born forms from the birthless state only. Udana Sudyotma. Atmiya Agni, who is the possessor of light of good knowledge and golden chariot, is quick as a horse. He is receiver of oblations, is giver of delight, and is provider of dwellings. That Agni, moving around everywhere, would certainly hear our praises and would lead us directly along a noble and prosperous path with the best guidance. This may not require any additional explanation. The last in this sukta is 141.3. Astavyagni. Agni Atma shines brilliantly like the Lord of Lights, is being invoked by men of good deeds and by learned men who are worthy of respect. He is like the sun who causes the rain with its usual roaring thunder. With this, we will finish our session today. Vidamastavat.